Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Am I giving winter vibes? Are you guys feeling it? You know, with the jacket and the turtleneck, the red nails. Am I giving? Am I giving? Because I think that I am. Also, if the audio is kind of iffy throughout, I do have my window open because it's fucking hot. It's hot, okay? But I wanted to give the winter vibes for my December TBR, which this video is. So if you guys want to see what's on my TBR for December, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So first off, I'm going to start off with my physical books. I actually have quite a big stack. They're not all Christmas related, and I don't know if I'm going to get to all of them, but they're on my radar because some of these are to finish series. I'm trying to finish all the series that I have started for 2022. That way I can enter 2023 with no series started and I can just have a fresh, clean start. So first book that I have on my TBR is 'Tis the Season to Be Sinful. This one is a little bit Christmas related. I actually did find this at a thrift store or like Goodwill or something like that. I was like, perfect for Christmas. I honestly do not know what this book is about. I just know it's a historical, and like, look at this cover, the dress. Excuse me. Also, I don't know if this is part of a series, so I'm definitely gonna check that before I read it because I don't want to start any new series because, like I said, I'm trying to finish all the ones I have started. But I do think this is gonna be spicy. Okay, it says, the season for surprises. Juliet Wentworth knew what she was getting into. A marriage of convenience that will save her estate and protect her family long into the future. But she wasn't expecting to find the passion of a lifetime in her new husband's arms. After just one night, Juliet knows a marriage in name only will never be enough. The season for seduction. Richard Harper's beautiful new bride has him reeling with desire and running for cover. After all, falling in love was never part of the bargain. Yet when Christmas time celebrations bring him back to their country manor and back into Juliet's arms, Richard finds his wife is determined and all too able to win over his heart one kiss at a time. If this doesn't sound good, girl, I don't know what does. But it's on my physical TBR and I'm trying to get my physical TBR number down. And I've never read a historical, so honestly, I don't know if I'll be reading this, but it's Christmas vibes and I just might. Next up, I actually have another Christmas related historical. I think this one has, I think these are all novellas. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 stories in here. I'm guessing they're novellas because there's only, yeah, there's like 300 and something pages. They're like 400 pages, so each one should be like, each one is like literally 100 pages. So honestly, this might be the one I read for Christmas this year. This one is Christmas Brides. One is called One Hot Scot by Suzanne Enoch. Once Upon a Christmas Scandal by Alexandra Hawkins. The Scandal Before Christmas by Elizabeth Essex. It Happened Under the Mistletoe by Valerie Bowman. These all sound so good and they're all like Christmas, and I'm just like, it's getting me excited. It's getting me excited. And I love this cover. I know the price is still on there. I did not take it off, but her dress is white and she has this like giant bow in the back, and I think that is so cute with the raised red. Oof, I'm here for it. Now for non-Christmas related things. This is actually a standalone in my physical TBR. This is Daisy Jones and the Six. I actually also have the audiobook for this, so I'm trying to see if I can get it read in December. I am only reading standalones and this is one of them, so I definitely want to get to this one. Next up, I want to read The Heart Principle. This is the last book in this little trilogy that Helen Hoang has. And I've read the first two and I still need this one. It's been putting me off, I feel like, a little bit because I don't think there's going to be a lot of romance in this one. I think it's a lot more women's fiction, but I do want to read it, so it's on my TBR. Next up, I have Twisted Lies. I recently read Twisted Hate, as you guys know, so I do want to finish the series off before the new year, and I think this is going to be my favorite. This is about Stella and Christian, and I am so excited. I'm not even going to read the back because I kind of want to go into it blind because honestly, you don't really know a lot about Christian and you don't really know anything about Stella, except that she's an influencer, and this cover is gorgeous. This book is thick. I think it's thicker than Twisted Hate. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna be starting this soon. I might pick up the ebook just so I could read it faster. And yeah, and if it's my favorite, I will be rereading and annotating it. That's usually how it goes with me. But I definitely want to get to that, and I definitely will be getting to that this month. Then I want to read Beach Read by Emily Henry. This will be my first book by Emily Henry, but I know that all her books are standalones, so I figured I could throw it on this list. And I'm also going to be reading this specifically for my book bestie Janelle. She loves this book. This is one of her favorite books, if not her favorite book of all all time, and I just need to read it and annotate it and like literally tell her all of my opinions and whether it's trash or whether it's literally amazing like she says. And I also think, despite the title of the book, I think it gives fall vibes, but don't hold me to it because I've never read it, obviously. So next up I have Saint. I know I still have not read this. I don't know why. I really do not know why I haven't read this. But look at this cover. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, I do have the audiobook. I was telling myself that I wanted to read this with the audiobook and the physical book. That way I could annotate it. But I think the thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to listen to it on Audible because I do have it. And I love the narrator for this series. And if I do love it, like Sinner and all of those, I'll just have to reread it and annotate it. And I need to get it to it and I need to finish it because this is one of the series and I need to finish. Let me move Beach Read and let me move all my books because they be in frame. Next up, I have Hideaway. This is a series that I am scared that I will not be able to finish in the month of December. Like, I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this series, but I'm gonna push through. My nails with the book, amazing. I've actually already read this, so this will be a reread, but I want to reread it before I dive into the other books. And I have the audiobook, so I just might, I don't know, y'all. I just might reread it audio because I want to reread it because I want to annotate it because it was my favorite so far. But I don't know. I just know that I need to read this and I need to finish the series. Somebody tell me to read this series. Tell me to finish it. Tell me. Another one that we're not surprised, the Stay With Me series. I did read the first book. I will be rereading it though so I can finish the 2 other books. This is another series that I don't know if I'm going to finish in December, but I'm holding myself to it. I need to finish this. I need to finish it. I just do. I just do. Next up, I have Reminders of Him. I think this was in my last TBR and I did not get to it, but I need to get to it. This one is not a high priority because it is a standalone. My priorities are my series, but I still want to read it because it's fall vibes, or I just might wait till next year fall. Girl, I don't know, but I really do want to read it. I haven't read a Holly Hoover in a long time, and I know I always say that, but it is what it is. It just is what it is. Then I have The Dead Romantics. I want to read this. I'm scared to read it though because I think this is more of a woman's fiction book, but I still want to read it. It has to do with ghosts though, so should I just wait for next year? You tell me. Should I read this in December or not? Or should I just wait till next year? Let me know. Next up, I want to read Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. Now, look at this book. Look at this book. This cover is stunning. It is one of my favorite covers of all time, and the spine as well. Love it. I know this is labeled as women's fiction, but it is heavy on the romance. It is marriage and trouble. It's between a divorced couple. I know that. I have never read anything by Kennedy Ryan before. This would be my first book by her if I do read it in December. It is also a standalone, so I threw it in here for my TBR, and we'll see if I get to it. Last book on my December TBR is The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I want to read this in December because it's giving very much December vibes, especially with my blue cover. This is the special edition one, and it's like absolutely stunning. Like, look at that. And then on the back, it has I Remember You. How pretty. And then it has the bookmark. It has a little bookmark thing here, which is like literally, okay, let me not pull that because it's getting worse. But it's giving very much December vibes. I feel like it'll give me a lot to think about, especially starting the new year, because it has to do with a girl making a deal with death or death or somebody. She makes a deal with somebody where she can live forever, but nobody remembers her until somebody does. And I feel like there's gonna be a lot of quotes in here that I'm gonna love, and it's giving that much vibe. And I think I'm gonna enjoy this read in December, especially, you know, snow falling, hot chocolate, candles, low lights, the mood, cozy blankets, you get it. And this book, I think it's gonna hit. Those are all the books on my physical TBR. Now I'm gonna talk about some other books that I want to read for sure. So for my book club pick, I have 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth. I'm excited for this one because it's giving very much Legally Blonde, or as I've heard, because I've never watched that movie, but I've heard nothing but great things about this book. A lot of people love it, and I heard that it's spicy. I heard that Morgan Elizabeth is a spicy writer. I'm here for it. After I read it, me and my my bestie, we might do a watch party so we can watch Legally Blonde because I've never watched it. You know, it's a classic, right? Then I have Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I actually own this book physically, but it's in the mail currently and I didn't feel like going to go get it. But I will tomorrow or whenever I decide to read it. But it is a Tessa Bailey book that I have not read it, and it is Christmas themed. So I feel like I'm just gonna love it. I mean, I love Tessa Bailey. It is a shorter book. It is novella length. So I think it'll be a quick read for me. Then I have Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. This is an interconnected standalone, but there's 3 books in this series, and I think I'm hoping that I could finish this 3-book series before the end of December. But girl, at the same time, I don't know. But I do want to read this one because it is very Christmas themed, and I've heard nothing but great things, and I've heard that B.K. Borison is an amazing author. I've just seen nothing but good things, and I've heard the chemistry and the tension in these books. She just knows how to play it up, and I'm pretty sure it was a novel life who was like the hand behind the neck and the hugging her and squeezing her 3 times. Bruh, I'm already here for this. So yeah, there's that one. Then for my other book club pick, I have A Merry Little Meet Cute by Sierra Simone and Julie Murphy. This is a standalone. I'm ready for it because you know Sierra Simone brings it with the spice, and I know that the main heroine is a curvy porn star and the main hero is a band member. They both get casted for this rom-com movie. She has always had a crush on him, and he has always had a crush on her because he watches her videos. And I'm just so excited for that one especially. Then I have A Filthy Dirty Christmas anthology. This one has 23 books, but they're novellas, and they're all Christmas novellas, and they're all unhinged, uncalled for Christmas novellas, and they're all smutty, obviously. I will tell you the name of some of them, but maybe I'll just put the cover of the first book in the anthology so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You can thank McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay for putting me on to that. I haven't read any of them, but she told me about him and I was like, okay. Then I have The Holiday Brothers by Willa Nash. This is 3 short novellas by Devaney Perry. Her, pen name is Willa Nash, and it's Christmas novellas, so I threw them in there as an option. Then I have Into the Storm by Melanie Moreland. I put this one as well because I think it's a snowed-in romance, and the Book Refuge said that it was really good, and it is also a standalone. Now for my buddy read with my book bestie Janelle, we're gonna be reading from Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. This will 1 be my first Mariana Zapata book, and 2, I actually tried reading this I think earlier this year, and I ended up doing a soft DNF. It's not because I didn't like it, but I just don't think that I was in the mood for it, and I think that now we're in December, I think we can do it. And she's been wanting to read it for December as well, so I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with that one. Then I have A Cross Country Christmas by Courtney Walsh. This one is another Christmas novella. This is another Christmas related book. I threw it in here for my Christmas themed books just to give me some options. I don't know if I will get to it, but it is on my list. Then I have The Christmas Blanket by Kandi Steiner. I first of all didn't even know that she had dropped this, but then once I found out that she had dropped it, I was like immediately yes. I think it's like A Marriage in Trouble or A Second Chance, something like that, and it's like during the Christmas time. I think, I mean, The Christmas Blanket, I'm guessing is during the Christmas time, but it's a short one, and I love Kandi Steiner, so why not? So I'm definitely excited to read that one. Then I have Screwing Mr. Scrooge by Nicole Greene. This one was recommended to me by the Love Librarian, and I'm excited for this one. I think it's a novella, but it also might be a full-length book. I didn't really look too much into it, but Mr. Scrooge, we get it. Then I have Anastasia by Sophie Lark. This one actually comes out December 6th, and I am super excited. By the time you guys see this video, it came out yesterday, so definitely read it, and definitely read it either on your phone or your iPad or your laptop, just so you can get the full effect of the illustrations in her book, because I feel like that's just going to enhance your experience. Also, I did hear that is more of a fantasy rather than a romance, because I mean there's a heavy romance in it, but I heard that it was more fantasy and you don't get any like spicy scenes till like the 80% mark. So that was good to know. It lowers my expectation and what I thought the book was gonna be, but I'm still super excited to read it. Then I have Savage Lover by Sophie Lark as well. This is me continuing this series. This is actually gonna be my next read because you guys voted for it on my Instagram poll. So if you're not following me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me so you guys can interact on what I should read next. But I'm excited for this one, continuing the series. I'm excited. I don't really know which one this one is about or who it's about, but I just know that I think not a lot of people liked this one, but honestly, we'll see. I like most of Sophie Lark's things. Then I have Brutal Vows by JT Geissinger. This one I actually already read and finished first day of December, but I'm not gonna tell you my thoughts. You guys are gonna have to wait for my wrap up. But this was me continuing and finishing this Queens and Monsters series, and I'm just honestly super excited for JT Geissinger to drop the discreet covers for this series, because immediately when she drops them, I'm buying them. I love this series. Then I have Mafia Madman by Melanie. This is the third and last book in the Mafia series that she's got going on, or at least it's the last so far. I'm excited for this one too. This one should be easy for me to read because it's the last one, most current one that Melanie has. Then I have Rise by Claire Kent. This one I have been putting off because it just didn't interest me after I finished the last book in this series, but this is the last book in this series, so I need to read it. I have it downloaded. It should be quick. I have to immerse myself back into this world because low-key I don't remember a lot about it, but I do want to finish it. Then I have Fighting Shadows by Ali Martinez. I'm giving Ali Martinez and this series a second chance before I decide whether I'm gonna finish this series or not, just because I did love the first book. I think I gave it like a 3.5 or a 4. Honestly, I can't remember, but I know that Ali Martinez is gonna be at a book convention that I'm gonna be going to, and I just kind of want to give this series and this book a second chance. Then I have Blood Bonds by Jay Breed. This is a series that I need to finish, and I need to finish the reading vlog for. This is a fantasy reverse harem, which I was enjoying when we were doing that read along, but since that read along got canceled because nobody was liking it, I kind of just put it on the back burner, but I need to dive back in and finish it before the end of the year. Then I have Witches Get Stitches by Juliet Cross. This is another series that I need to finish. Me putting all these books on my TBR. Listen, I'm a mood reader. I need options, okay? But this is a series I will definitely be finishing. One, because she's gonna be at a book convention that I'll be going to, and two, because I love this series, and I'm excited for this one because it's between, I can't remember the heroine's name, but she's one of the witch sisters and the cousin of the werewolf in book 1. So it's a witch werewolf again, and I'm here for it. Then I have Mercy by Sarah Kate. This is the last and current book in the Salacious Players Club series. I actually did finish reading this one as well yesterday, and I will not tell you guys how I felt about it, but it was not what I was expecting, but yes, so I'm caught up on that series. Then I am going to be reading Ruined Secrets by Neva Altage. This is the current one that's currently out on KU, because I have to wait until she puts them on KU before I read them, and I'm actually currently reading this one, and this might be her best one so far. There's something about this one that I am living for. I am eating it up. It's just angsty, like the angst in the beginning, the fact that they have this chemistry, but I also love the main heroine and how fucking boss she is. This is not a review, but it's on my TBR and it is my current read, and I'm loving it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna stop right there. Then I have Say It's Forever by A.L. Jackson. This is another series that I need to read the second book to see if I'm going to continue it. A.L. Jackson will be at a convention as well, and I did read the first book and I did enjoy it. It was like a single dad one, and now that I think more about it, I think I gave it 4 stars. I did read it in a reading vlog, so I will link it up here if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. But I did enjoy it. Now that I think more back on it though, I think I would give it a 3-star instead of a 4-star, like a 3.5, because the plot at the end, yeah, it had me. But this is the second book in that series, and I want to read it to see if I'm gonna finish this series, and or if I just want to stop that series and read something else by her and then see if she's the author for me or not. So that one's on there because I just need to see. I was thinking to do a video at the end of December of series that I won't be finishing, but I don't know if I'm gonna have enough series that I won't be finishing on that list depending on how this reading month goes. We'll see if that video goes live, but it is an idea. And that is the last book that I have on my December TBR. It is quite a large list, and my priorities are the series, but I did want to throw in a couple of standalones. That way I can not just get burnt out on the series and actually give myself options and other things to read. Let me know what your must-read book in December is. I would love to know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.